Ladies and gents, before we start with the video, I want to remind everybody content creator program is going on. We got 4 active codes, which I just sent out to every single supporter. So please go check it out. One of them I won't be able to send. The 65 is now maxed out, but the other 3 have been sent. I have 2 more on the way. So if you haven't done so already, guys, it's pinned in every single comment section and every single video, plus in the description of every single video. Go join the support program. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is click that support, get yourselves in, find me as a content creator, and get yourselves these free codes, guys. It's super easy and it's free to do. Let's go check out the video on Mina. She is absolutely bonkers. Why though? Like, okay, you know what? We're gonna do it. Yes. Broke, but it's worth it. Oh, double! Double! Whoa, that was worth it.
What's our...
Y'all saw it here, right? I didn't do shit. This is free to play. I don't buy nothing. This is insane. People are going to call me a whale now. Officially, I'm now going to have to deal with people calling me a whale. All right, folks, welcome back to another video. That's right.
Listen,
you saw what I saw.
can you hear
That's
the
right.
spirits?
It happened yesterday live. If you haven't checked out the live stream, go check it out. Mina is an absolute monster. So I decided to go in as a free-to-play player and kind of use all my resources to go ahead on her. And we did get quite a bit out of it. So luckily, I was able to push her to A1. You guys can see I'm kind of dead right now when it comes down to any type of Starlight. But I did get her to A1 and I got her weapon to A3. And she has been absolute gangbusters. Now, in terms of the Rift, I got to season... I got to 12. That's pretty damn good. I was actually stuck at 5. I couldn't go any further. By getting her up a little bit and pushing her further, I was able to go even more into the game. Now, next season is going to be fire. Keep that in mind. And because it's going to be fire,
Nothing can change the course of
it's
fate.
going to be insane. So make sure, guys, if you are planning to get through the next season of the Rift, you definitely want to go for Mina, and just in general, you want to go for Mina. So let's break her down a little bit and talk about her and tell you guys what it's
What's
all
our
about.
plan for
so Mina
today?
in general is a fighter, fire ranged unit. I'll go over the character trial with you guys real quick so you know how to use her. Very straightforward unit. She has these little orbs in the bottom, right? You can see them called essence orbs. And when she hits units with all 4 combinations, she will actually gain an essence orb, and then she can now do her combo, which you hold the attack button down. She essentially is immune to all damage from what I've seen, and she goes around and does a stomp at the end, right? So very, very cool. And also, whenever you cast her ultimate, she will summon a spirit that will do the same skills as her for a limited time, and that spirit will also increase the amount of essence she gets. So very, very cool unit, very fun to use. You guys can see here right now 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys can see there's an orb. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that tail? Whenever that tail hits, you get that orb, right? So there is the full attack right there. Now I'm going to show you guys her skills real quick. So this is her skill right there. She is a vacuum that absorbs everybody inside and then does a giant burst. And when you cast the ultimate, as mentioned before, you'll see a spirit will pop up, and you'll be able to also cast right there. Look, they're both casting together, right? And when you do your skills, they will do the exact same mimic as you. Now, when you get her to A1, there will be another spirit that will pop in. So you have 2 spirits, and this essentially becomes a loop that is almost impossible to stop. So she is an absolute beast, guys, when it comes down to building up and just massive DPS, just a huge nuke for a fighter especially. So you guys will be able to see a lot of her combinations and stuff through the gameplay that I provide later on. But at the end of the day, I highly recommend, guys, if you are willing to put some effort into her and get her, she is worth every effort. And I would really, really, really recommend, guys, doing so. Okay, like I don't think there's gonna be a better character out for quite some time. All right, so let's go ahead and do this quick trial. We'll go in and show you guys the rest of it. All right, so for skill purposes, guys, you probably want to get everything to 9 and 10 if you possibly can. I mean, try to push as far as you possibly can, right? So I've got basic attacks at 9 because that's really her bread and butter. When it comes down to ultimate skills, that's another big one, of course, and special skills. All of this really does matter for her. She is a full package DPS, so everything you can push, try to do so and try to get it to 10 if you can. And, you know, 9 I'd say minimum for sure, just to get the max output. Now, when it comes down to her actual artifacts, her best one is going to be Blazing Comijo. That's the one I'm currently using. That is the one that's actually built for her, and that's the one you saw in the video from me whenever I got a chance to actually get it. So this was the one I highly recommend. If you cannot go with that one, there's a couple other fire ones that aren't bad. That is in the same banner, the Upright Sword of Fire, for example, which is pretty good. It increases her fire damage stack, so that's not a bad option as well too. It is a fighter one as well, so it's not the worst option. And then of course there's another one here, but this one I don't recommend because it is ice damage. So try to stick with the 2 if you can over here. Ideally you want to be able to get her actual weapon, which will be a massive DPS boost, but that's what you want to focus on. Now when it comes down to gear, outside of getting her 5-star gear, this 4-star gear is probably the best, the Mountain Peak Helm, because it does do fire resistance minus 3% for 5 seconds. It also does provide you guys with the 4-piece set, the fire damage plus 5 upon attacking enemy with the fire affliction. So try to get this if you guys can. I'm actually working on getting this set right now. I just got it right here, you guys can see, and if I equip it, you guys can see the 4-piece does apply, and it's actually really good. So definitely make sure you apply this, guys, and try to get the fighter boots. Fighter, like, this stat matters so much in this game. It's like insane. Plus, if you have her weapon, of course, it will give you guys even bigger boost for her damage as well too. And not to mention Awakening. Her A1 Awakening is absolutely bonkers. It is worth every penny. So I would suggest, as a free-to-play player, if you plan to go, do it if you can, because it also summons an additional clone for her. And using Mina's basic attack for her special skill will chain directly to her basic 4th hit, which gives you a free thing right away. So it gives you a free orb right away. As long as you do the special into that, it's crazy, right? So here you guys can see the more of these you guys get, the stronger she becomes. From what I've heard from people who are pay to win, if you max her out, she literally just raffle stomps the entire game. So it's pretty crazy. When it comes down to the actual monsterlings, right now I'm using the Bloodstained Bridle here, which is going to give me this this fire damage Minotaur. Whenever you do the switch skill, it also does 5% fire reduction. I also have this trait here, crit damage 5.75% against normal enemies for rifts, just to make it go a little bit quicker. This cabbage unfortunately has been kicking my butt and just showing up and everything. Anyone who watched the live stream knows about this, but the Goblin is actually a really good choice. Not this one specifically. There's one, there it is right there. 5.38% for 5 seconds upon landing. 10 basic hits is actually a really good one as well too, that you can use at any time. So that's not a bad option, guys, to use if you have the opportunity to do it. So that's my setup currently. When it comes down to overall stats though, I'll show you guys my stats real quick.
What's our plan
I do
for
have
today?
4.7k attack, which should be around like 6k if I can push it. I got 48% crit rate, and I did sacrifice some crit damage for some crit rate, so I got 143%. You want this to be about 260% and about 6k if you can, but that's currently where I'm at when it comes down to her setup. Now when it comes down to a team setup for her, Nare is not out yet. Of course, that'll be the best support for her when she is released, but right now I do have Flare and I do have a few others that I'm using, so I'll show you guys real quick the team right over here. So I'm using Flare and I'm using Francis as my setup for the team. So that's the team I would recommend going forward with. And when it comes down to rotations, you guys kind of saw it already, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some gameplay that you guys can check out in the Conquest and other places as well too. Speaking of Conquest, I'm actually going to go ahead and do this with you guys
Nothing
right now.
can change
you
the
guys can
course
kind of
of
see where she's at in terms of damage. 7 right now. 7. Here we go. We're going to fully set this one up. Let me just quickly manage my team, make sure that everybody here is ready. I want to make sure she's got the right gear on. This is the wrong one. We want to put this one on her. There we go. We got 2 and 2 now. So there you go. 2-piece and 2-piece, right? You ideally want to give her the full Sage's touch, but whatever. It is what it is right now. We're going to go ahead and focus on that. Okay, so let's go jump out, jump back in here, and go ahead and do this battle together. And I'll show you guys how crazy damage this girl pops off. Like, it's actually kind of ridiculous. So we're going to do stage 7 real quick, just because it's the one that I'm on right now. Honestly, one of the most fun fights.
Eyes of the prize!
Go down the button and instantly get okay, so we get it again. Remember this setup here, special skill, right? You want to save it for the ult. So I always end up saving it for the ult
Your
here,
fate
just because then I can
ends
cast the
here.
special skill quickly. There, one attack, right? Right there. That's very important. Very important. Still, one attack. Okay, so very important to remember that.
Keep my ball.
Like it's no problem at all. And the fact that the rift coming up is going to be environment, it's going to make you so this year, if you plan to go for her, if I was push at A1, I recommend not to.
Don't come any closer.
So,
The call of fate.
yeah, pretty crazy unit, guys. Pretty crazy. And honestly, she's not even like ready yet because we don't even have Nara out yet. And when she gets the proper support,
Stop
Francis
right there.
needs it. When she gets the proper support, this unit is just going to be unstoppable. Pretty much already is. So, here guys go. Directly supporting the Tiger. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, you can have, like, my Francis is a 3, I think. My Flare is a 0, and she's a 1. And they literally just run through everything in this game. And again, the higher the advancement, obviously, the better. Right now, if you push for 5-star gear for her, you're in an even better place. So right now, my goal is to essentially push her to be able to get that 5-star gear. The gear I'm referring to specifically is this boss's gear. It's the Hanul's gear right here, this one. So fire damage plus 10% upon using ultimate skill, fire damage, critical damage plus 10% upon using any attacking enemy with a fire affliction. So this is the Fierce Tiger's Valor. This is kind of what you want to push for at endgame for Mina to make her worthwhile. But guys, seriously, I can't stress enough how good she really is. Like, I know a lot of people like Esther, but this unit I think puts Esther to shame. Not to mention she's a fighter as well, which means she's tankier. She's also going to be a lot better at staggering and other things as well too, right? So go for it. You can definitely stop at 0, but I would recommend push a little bit further. Go for that So I think quite honestly, with the way she's out, you might end up being quite some time. And I don't see her being so yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think of the comments section. I'm going to be playing this out here. It's kind of a guy, and you know, gotta see how far we can get. If I can get 50 on this and push that rift max, you guys are gonna see some pretty crazy videos coming out from free to play. And remember that free to play players, like you don't get a lot of time, so it is very difficult to decide what you want to go for. But I think ultimately, going for a safety like Mina is not a bad thing. And I think that's why I've loved everything to a lot of time. So I wouldn't worry too much about, you know, is she getting power prepping testing? From what we see, what we see up to this point, power prepping is not, you know, something that we have to worry about with her. And so because of that, I would highly recommend you guys go ahead and summon and wait for Nara. I think Nara is next too, so you're gonna be able to get, you know, double whammy with that one. So yeah, that's my take on it. Let me know again if you guys summoned for it. If you did, how far did you go? I know some of you guys on the live stream were like, max her out. And A6 has said this is like the most ridiculous unit in the game, and I think that'll start being the case for quite some time. But for those who are free to play, if this can lead you to go further, let me know in the comments section. Alright, again, thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Take care.